everybody, and welcome to Paper Wishes Vlog. I'm Lene Gehrig, and today I'm really excited to bring you from our friends at Card Making Magic by Christina Griffiths. She's the designer, and this is the Charming Channels collection, and I have 4 different sets here that I'm going to be showing you. Each of them has a die set and a coordinating beautiful stamp set. This die here is the channel piece, okay? It's a long piece, and that's what I used to make this card. They work great on slimline cards, which if you're not familiar with slimline, they are 3.5 inches wide by 8.5 inches long. As you can see here, for the background in the black cardstock, I used the channel die. And this piece right here is for the white background on that. And then I die cut it again, excuse me, from this red tomato suede paper. It's beautiful suede fabric texture. And the background here on my paper is this hammered gold paper. When I die cut it from the beautiful tomato suede, I took out all the little pieces, okay, and I just glued them within the black cutout piece, okay? So it seems like it would take a long time. It didn't at all. I just used my little, let me see if I can find it. No, I can't. Yes, I can. Here it is, my little pokey tool, and just picked them out of here, dabbed them a little bit of glue, and then just placed them in between the black die cut pieces. And at the end, I still have this beautiful one that I can also put on a card. Let me show you what it looks like just on a plain slimline. So, I mean, yeah, gorgeous to use again. Right, so I should also show you on the inside of the card, I used a stamp set, which I like to use black, tuxedo black memento ink when I'm using these wonderful tri-blend markers from Spectrum Noir. They're alcohol pens. So I just colored those in using the dark red and the dull green. And then on the stamp set, that's this one right here, it's got this really beautiful vertical greeting there on your special day. So that was really fun to put together. And then you've got all these other wonderful rose dies and swirls and things. Great fun. All right, let's move that one over. This one is the beautiful butterfly set. I should mention the other one was the Rambling Rose. And here I used just the stamp set on this one. You can see I used this corner piece right here. Used the beautiful little butterflies and the Let's Celebrate, and I created the background by using Cosmic Shimmer shakers, and this particular one is electric blue. And then I also stamped some of the little flowers in black, and then used those great alcohol tri-blend markers to color those in. And I just used a pair of little tiny scissors, my faves, and I just cut out around those, and just used a little bit of foam tape under there. And I like to use those little foam tape squares that you can get here at Paper Wishes, and just popped those under there just to give them a little lift. And then I love to use the purple rather jewel Dazzles, and just used my little jewel picker here. And if you're not familiar with that, you just use that to just pick up one of these little stickers, and you can just plop it right down. Makes it really, really easy. And I should also show you at the top and the bottom, I used these slim line Dazzles, thin line Dazzles rather, that are perfect for slimline cards. And these are the colorful ones, which Debbie and I have been using. As you can see, we've just torn these up. We're just using them so much. I didn't have a chance to get a new pack because I forgot. So I grabbed this one, but they're just wonderful. They come in a package like this. They come in all these rainbow colors, and they're just wonderful to use a little bit along the top and bottom edge of a card. Put a little ribbon there at the end. Great little quick and easy card. Now I wanted to show you too how to use the beautiful die set on this one. Except I've got my Ramblin' Rose suede one stuck here. There we go. All right, so I wanted to show you how you can use this die, which I will actually take out of the package. Here we go. All right, so now if you want to cut this directly from a card front, and so I'm using the slimline card to do that, and I just die cut it like this. But what if, because these are 8.5 inches wide, what if you just have maybe a big shot die cutting machine that has a 6-inch wide platform? What are you gonna do? So I brought mine with me today. There we go. And I'm going to show you a little trick here, how to use these dies. Now, if you were just going to use them like I did for the Rambling Rose, and I'm just cutting this out, so that would be easy enough. You would just put your die on the paper and just run it through like this direction. But if you're cutting it from a card like this, okay, you can't open it and run it through. Okay, you're going to have layers. So how do you handle that? Let me show you. So you take your card, your slimline card. We're going to just fold it in both directions like this. And then we're going to take the die, and I like to put a little bit of low tack tape on that. Okay, this tape is from Hunky Dory. It's great for stencils and for cutting dies, just keeping everything in place. Okay, we're going to just tack this down. All right, now we're going to take a piece of just black cardstock, or any cardstock, any scrap cardstock will work. And we're going to sandwich that. Okay, so the die is face down, putting the cardstock there to protect it. This is going to be the back of the card. So I'm just rolling that around to the front, right? I'm going to put this down right here. Grab my plate. I'm going to run this through. I always like to run it through twice. Okay, so now I've got all these little pieces I need to get rid of. There we go. All right, so now I've cut that directly from the card. You can see there's some embossing right there. That took the majority of that, so that the back of your card here, it still has some, but I'm going to show you a trick for that too. I'm just going to take this off. Save your tape for another time through. All right, and just take my little pokey tool, get all those little pieces out. All right, now you're going to notice that you have this little piece right here. What do we do with that? So you just take your little scissors. You can also use, you know, a cutting platform to cut this out if you want a nice straight line. Okay, we're just cutting that away and doing the same for the other side. All right, so there we have that. Now, what am I going to do now? That was a rhetorical question. I know what I'm going to do now. All right, so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this one that I've already prepped. So I'm going to take that, some beautiful quote there from the butterfly stamps, and I stamped that with some embossing, an embossing pad, and then I just added a little bit of gold, fine gold embossing powder, sprinkled that on there, and then used my embossing heat gun to get that taken care of. So now I've got this run through, my card front is all ready to go here, but I still have, you know, some paper there that's got a little bit of that embossed image. So I can take some additional white paper, okay, I'm gonna grab some additional white paper, and I could just glue that to the back, cut it down, and it'll completely cover that. Nobody will know that you have that embossed piece there. It could even be patterned paper that could show through the front. However, I don't want to have my window here necessarily. I'm going to take a piece of, this is gold metallic paper. It comes in a 12 by 12 sheet like this, Paper Wishes. I cut it down to the card side with a little bit extra here. Okay, a little flap. And then I'm just going to take my glue, and this is Cosmic Shimmer Specialist Acrylic Glue. And I'm just going to put a little bit on this flap. I'm going to glue that right in here into the card. Go. And I'm doing this because I want to have this nice little flap so that I can write on the inside of my card. Oh, I didn't get that glued in perfectly. Go, because I want to have a little bit of an edge sticking out, the outside edge. There we go. All right, so we've got a nice little edge of gold right here. And now I can write on the inside of my card. Everything looks very nice. And then this is just the liner on the inside. And then I can also take some of the little die cut butterflies here, and I put a little gold jewel dazzle in the center of each of those. Okay, and I can just touch these, can glue them right to the center of the other butterflies. So it'll look like they have lifted wings, because I'm only gluing the bodies there. Just overlapping those. They're slightly smaller than the butterflies that are on here, but that's okay. And then I also have this little swirl of a vine here. I glue that right to the top. And I've got a little bit of gold ribbon here. This is from our gold and silver ribbon set. Is not handy. So all of these items, if you are watching us on our vlog page at Paper Wishes, if you look below the video, you can just see the drop down list of supplies. You just click on that and you'll see all of these. And you can click on them and find out where to buy them. There we go. Okay, so it's an entirely different kind. You can either stamp with the stamp set, like I did here, or use the cutting die. All right, let's get through here. We've got some daisies, delightful daisies. Really cute. This one's also got the same kind of channel, the extra dies. It's also got this cute little border right here. And this is a 6x6 card. Comes with 6x6 envelopes. They're from Hunky Dory. And then I also used the 6x6 gingham #1 papers, and I cut it down a little bit, put it on the top. And then I folded my card front like this and made an easel card out of it. Okay, and I foam taped the piece of black right here that came from this background and the channel, and put that there so it acts as the stopper for that easel card. And I also used, for this card, the 12 circle and scallop cutting dies from hot off the press. That gave me this nice big circle. Then I was able to stamp this really sweet little sentiment here in the center. And then I stamped these cute little daisies, used my little scissors to cut them out, and used some foam tape just to dot those around there, and they all have a little bit of dimension there. That is a really fun card to make. All right. And this last one, this is the Stunning Snowdrop. And for this one, I wanted to use, it has the same channel piece here. Let me show you what those look like. I actually cut them out since I didn't use all of those pieces on my card. There's the channel. And then it also has this border, so I cut the border from both sides, on both sides of that channel. It has all these cute little snowdrops. And for this one, I just left the blossom. I cut it from white cardstock, left the blossom white, and then I used a dull green tri-blend marker, and I colored that with 2 different shades. If you're not familiar with the tri-blend, they have a dark, the medium, and the light. So I went ahead and I did dark green along the edge, and then I used medium green to cover the whole stem and just blend it in with that dark green. Like that. Okay, so for this card, the elements that I used here were right here, this great little collection along the border here. I should mention for the background of my card, I used the Country Chic paper pack from Hot Off the Press. It's got this really beautiful light aqua color. I used the white wood here, stamped directly on that, just colored in the stems with that dull green tri-blend marker. And I stamped my greeting here using brown ink. And then I also used the border here, put that on the top and the bottom. And there's this great little, like, I don't know, like a little swirly piece there. And I just put that there and then just added some light green gingham ribbon to that. So you guys, we've got this great collection of these stamp sets and cards. And if you are watching us on our Paper Wishes vlog page, then we have a great money saver. So it's on the right-hand side of the page. If you're watching us on YouTube, I'm going to actually put a link to our blog page at Paper Wishes so that you can have access to all the full color images of the cards and their supplies, and also all the supplies that were used on this card. You can just click on the little drop down and it'll show you all of those. So thanks for joining me today, and I will see you next time.